Welcome to Coach Taylor's class videos. Today we're going to talk about graphing horizontal and vertical lines. So this is just a quick review of the different types of slopes because it's going to really help us remember our horizontal and vertical line rules. So if we have an let's spell things right. So if we have an uphill line, we know that it's a positive slope. So it'd be like 3 or 3/2 would be our slope. If it's going downhill, we know it's going to be a negative slope. So that's like a -3 or a -3/2. And today we're going to talk in much more detail about our horizontal and vertical lines and how they are special and how they're different and how they work differently. So our horizontal lines have 0 slope, and they tend to be y equals a number, and then the number is usually the y-intercept. And so when our slope is 0, it's going to be 0 over a number like 0/3. And so that's how we know it's a horizontal line, because when we do the slope, it's 0/3, or we recognize that the line is horizontal. If we have a vertical line, our slope is undefined, which basically means the slope doesn't exist. And when it's an undefined line, it means our 0 is at the bottom of our fraction, and that's why it doesn't work. And it's going to be x equals a number, and that number is going to be our x-intercept. And so let's look at a couple of examples. Let's look at a couple of situations. So a horizontal line is always going to be y equals. It's going to be y equals the y-intercept. So when it comes time to graph these, we're going to graph the number, and the number is our y-intercept. So if I'm looking here, I have y equals 3. So 3 is my y-intercept, and that tells me, that it's going to be a horizontal line that goes through y equals 3. There's not really any tricks to this. It's just kind of one of those things you have to memorize to an extent. So if it's y equals 1, 1 is my b, or my y-intercept. So I'm going to graph my b at y equals 1. My slope is 0, which tells me that it is a flat line, a horizontal line. And that is all that I need to do. Now our vertical lines are different. Our vertical lines are x equals our x-intercept. And so if it's x equals -4, I'm going to find -4 on the x-axis. That's what an x-intercept is it's where the line crosses the x-axis. And because it is not y equals, it automatically tells me that it goes up and down, and it's a vertical line, because every other line that we're going to graph is y equals. So the first thing that I see is x equals. I know it's going to be a vertical line. I know it's going to go up and down. So if x equals 2, I'm going to find 2 on my x-axis. Because it's x equals and not y equals, it's going to go straight up and down because our slope is undefined. And those are the basics of graphing our horizontal and vertical lines.